Hey everybody, my name is Brady. I'm the project manager of the Wi-Fi Satisfaction Project. We've also got Taylor, Chris, and Jacayla on our team. As you all know, we're looking to measure the level of satisfaction that students, faculty, and staff have of the Wi-Fi on UCA's campus. The first document you see here is our dashboard. So just some quick things to point out. One thing that we're excited about is last week we did our small scale survey implementation, as you can see here. Before we implemented the entire survey, before we went off and printed 500 copies and used all that ink and paper, we wanted to make sure we had everything kind of ironed out and working the way we wanted it to go. So we asked a couple of our classmates in project management to do the survey, and we actually learned some interesting things, which we'll show here in a minute, to change. So that really helped us out. We had a sponsor meeting today, and we also, that was to gain the final approval for our large-scale survey implementation, and we showed him those sample survey, the small-scale survey results. And then, of course, some milestones. We had the small-scale survey. We analyzed it last Friday. So coming up, we're designing our database, we're analyzing our results, and hopefully closing out. So real quick, we'll just show you the survey, which we covered this in the last update. But the thing that we changed that I want to point out is question number 3 here. We had the most important equaling 1 as opposed to 3. So we changed it. The reason we changed it to 3 being most important is whenever we were analyzing the small scale survey results, we were having to manually convert these numbers so Excel could calculate which one was the most important. We wanted it by the highest multiplier. So therefore, just by a simple small scale implementation of only, I think we sent out 10 different surveys, by doing this as opposed to 500, we saved us a lot of work in the end. So this is just a small change, but it really helped us and is really important, and it's something that is definitely going in our lessons learned report. So again, we'll just cover this briefly. It's just a scale of 0 to 10. Your how satisfied you are with the ability to connect, to remain connected, and then the speed. And so we'll take what people rank on these questions and we will multiply it by this. The total satisfaction, if you were 100% satisfied with the Wi-Fi on UCA, your score would be 60. So obviously we've kind of broken it down simply. If you score below 30 or below, then you're unsatisfied. If you score 30 or above, or excuse me, 31 or above, or anything above 30, you are satisfied. So it's just a simple analysis, and we have other points of analysis things we want here. So I'll show you real quick our sample survey analysis. So this was we gave out 10 surveys. We actually only got 9 back. One of them disappeared on us. There's just a couple of different points of analysis. One I want to point out for sure is the average satisfaction. Again, the total satisfaction is calculated, like we said, and this was before we converted these multipliers. And so now we have Excel where it calculates this in our final analysis will be by a formula instead of a manual hand calculation. So then we had Excel calculate the average satisfaction. So out of the 9 people we had surveyed, 48.33 repeating was the average satisfaction. So out of 9 people, they were satisfied. Another interesting point of analysis is we did the device totals. We broke it down by each person, and out of just 9 people, there were 21 different devices. So the reason that this is interesting, and the reason we also have the time you arrive on campus in our survey, is think about all these different devices connecting to the UCA network. By analyzing what time people are arriving and leaving on campus and how many devices they have, we can help the Wi-Fi administrators understand the strain that's coming on the network at what times and exactly how many devices are on the network. So there's lots of different analysis here. We have it broken down by the average availability score, stability speed, the average semesters. We found no correlation between semesters attended and satisfaction. There was no correlation shown between whether you use wireless or wired connection. So there's just several things that we have, and some of these are just simply just points of analysis, like the device totals, and we wanted to put it into a graphical analysis so you don't obviously have to sift through the results and just look at numbers all the time. Here's our progress report real quick. Work completed. We completed the final survey, implemented the small scale. We analyzed it, we had a meeting, and then today we began implementing our large scale survey. Some things that are going good here: the small scale survey teamwork, we're working really well together, and then of course the survey implementation, we haven't had any trouble out of that so far. So one thing I want to point out that's not going well necessarily is time. Time's a triple constraint, is one of the triple constraints, and with that we're coming up against some very hard deadlines. So we have to keep in mind that we have to work quickly, but we can't allow, just because we're working quickly, let our quality of work diminish. So we have to work efficiently and quickly and get our work done. So project time management can't be overlooked. It's something that's creeping up on us. The end of the semester is just getting here very quickly. So some suggestions. We decided that we're gonna do a rogue network analysis, but we've had some problems analyzing exactly or figuring out exactly how we're going to do that, what application, what software we're going to use to do that. So with that in mind, we need to have a meeting and get that figured out. We have converted our draft schedule over to Microsoft Project. It was quite a task, actually. But here's our Gantt chart over here on the right. And that shows all of our tasks and how they're linked with predecessors and successors. So again, this is a significant upgrade from the last update. As you can see here, our column of predecessors, every task besides the first one has a predecessor, and every task besides the last has a successor. So it's really good having this in Microsoft Project. It allows us to see the flow of our project and who exactly is responsible. We can see milestones that we have that are important, obviously, and we can present this Gantt chart to our sponsor, who looks at this and in a short amount of time can understand who's responsible, what's going on, and where we've been and where we're going. So, like I said, this is just a quick overview of the project and how things are going. We're really excited to be in the execution phase, and we hope to have our survey completed by next Tuesday. And we begin. We're going to have what we call a conversion party, where we're taking all of our paper survey results and implementing them into Excel, and then we're going to perform our final analysis and do several things with that. And hopefully we're looking at our presentation, I believe it's in sometime in December according to the syllabus. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned something about our project, and if you have any questions, be sure and let us know. Thanks, guys.